What's up, guys? It's thehighbrownkid, and this is going to be the first story time on my channel. So for this story time, we're going to wind the clock back a few years. So it was in like the 10th grade, and in the 10th grade, me and my friends would always do some stupid shit at lunch. We just go out, chill. I don't know, we just do some stupid shit. Like, we never stayed in the cafeterias or the hallways or whatever. And at the time, I didn't really care about school and good grades and all that stuff, so I'd always just come back to my classes after lunch like late by like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. So anyways, one day me and my group of friends, we went out one lunch and we were like, hey, you know what? It's a perfect sunny day. There's barely anyone. You just want to go have a smoke sesh? And in my head, I was like, man, I got class after this and I'm really shit at math. I got to pay attention, but and I didn't want to do it. Obviously, I didn't want to go to class and do that shit because I hated school, but I knew my parents would beat my ass if they found out that like I was like failing a course or something, so I had to go. But eventually I was like, you know what? One blunt for lunch, what's the harm in it? I've been smoking for a while. I'll be fine. I can handle it. And I remember it was like four of us at the time. So we walked like 10 minutes away from the school just to get to a good spot. It was a pretty quiet area. We went through a lot of alleys and shit. And we ended up near a bunch of like garages. It was like, I don't know. It was like, if you think of like public storage garages, it was something like that. So nobody really came around the area. So we sat like by this one-way road in the area, and we just started our sesh. We were just chilling. My friend, let's call him Timmy. He had like an ounce in his bag, and at the time we were doing this, weed wasn't legal where I live. So there we were, Timmy and the rest of us, we're just rolling up, getting ready to spark our blunts, and one of the guys were like, shh, yo, do you hear that? And the rest of us like, nah, man, you're tripping. We're good. Let's just smoke our shit, get back to class. We're fine. He's like, yeah. I'm probably just a little paranoid right now. So like 5 minutes pass, and we're not checking the time or anything. We're just casually smoking, having a good time. After we're rolling and shit. We got like halfway through our blunts, and someone probably smelled our weed or something around, because it was some pretty potent shit. Like you could smell it, like I don't know, from like 20 meters. I don't know. It was just pretty potent shit. So someone probably had to have called the cops or something. And the reason we knew this is because like that was our spot. We went there multiple times. Less weed, less potent shit. Nothing happened. But of course, the time we actually have some pretty dank shit, my friend has an ounce of it on him, and a cop pulls up. We're like, oh my god, bro. Like, thinking of it right now is actually crazy. Because the cop pulled up so slowly, and from where I was standing, I was the first person to see it, right? And in my head, I'm like, fuck, man. Yo, we're screwed. What do you... I was freaking out, So the cop stops, and it was just one cop, and he looked like he was in his mid-30s or something. He just comes out, and he asks us, like, hey, what are you guys doing? And another one of us in the group, let's just call him Sam, before he actually came out of the car, he took all the blunts and he hid them in his pockets and like threw one or two on the roofs or like the garage things. Like instantly, I don't even know how the cop didn't see that. Like it was that fast. So he gets out the car and he's asking us super calm, like, hey, what are you guys doing here? Don't you have class? And one of us were like, you know what, it's lunch out. We can be outside right now, sir. And then the cop asked us, what school we're from. And I'm not fucking with you when I say we were all just quiet for a solid 2 to 3 minutes. Like, he kept asking us multiple times. He's like, yo, what school are you guys from? Are you guys going to talk? Like, when do you guys have to talk one day? He just kept asking us multiple times until my friend Timmy, he told him the name of our school. I was there like, bro, what the fuck? He's going to take us to, like, the principal's office. I'm actually going to get caught. And at this time, my parents didn't know that I smoked weed. So if anything related to the principal happened, I knew I was screwed. Turns out he didn't do that, The cop then told everyone except Timmy to show them our student IDs, and I didn't even have my student ID on me because we all really needed it. All we really needed was for the library, and I didn't even like take books out of the library or anything like that, so I didn't bring it to school. It was just at home. So, and literally none of us went to the library like that. We were fucking potheads. We don't do that shit. So yeah, none of us had our IDs on us, and he knew we were smoking weed because he smells it. He can smell it. We're fucking high out of our mind. I just remember trying to comprehend, like, what the hell is going on at the moment. And I remember, like, he's asking all of us, like, why are you guys smoking, And then my friend Sam, he came up with the idea to, like, sort of guilt trip him in a way. And he was like, sir, we all have severe anxiety, and this really helps us cope with, getting through school and all that. And the cop obviously knew that most kids in our age in the area smoke on a regular basis. So, and I guess that's probably why he let us go. He told us not to have so much because it was bad for us and all that shit. And he told us to get our things and head back to school. We thanked him for obviously letting us go. I was like relieved that he let us go. And I was there. All of us were like, yo, that's fucking crazy. We could have got, we could have been arrested. Something could have happened, and thank God it didn't. But 2 minutes after, Sam gets up on the roofs where he threw like the blunts he didn't have in his pockets, and he found them. So we were just like, "Yo, that's crazy. You know what? There's some weed inside. Let's just finish it." We had the bright idea to go to a different spot, finish the blunts, and like I said, I was already high out of my mind because it was some dank ass shit. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. You know, it'll be something to remember. And now we were stoned. We weren't stupid, right? So we roamed around the area trying to make it seem that we went back to school. And I just remember we were walking into like a playground, and I might have like I always say to people like, "Yo, my hearing is super sharp. Like, I hear shit from miles away." Just like I've fucking supersonic hearing. I'm a superhero. And I remember hearing a car driving around the corner or something. But then my friends were like, "You know what, yo, you're tripping, man. Let's just get to another spot. We'll finish this." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm probably just paranoid as hell right now. Everything's fine. We're cool." So we walked around a bit more, and this time I heard it again, and they were still telling me that I was tripping. But I swear to God, I was so certain. And sure enough, when I looked over to the street on my right, I saw the same cop driving by, patrolling the area, and I was like, "God, yo, fam, we gotta go. Let's just get out of here." So we ran. When I say ran, we like the flash, like sprinted all the way back to our first spot because it's been like half an hour already, and I remember I'm late as fuck for class, so I was just trying to go. We got back to our first spot, we finished the blunts, and we ended up sprinting our hearts out back to school. And when we got to class, nothing happened. Thank God. I was so lucky nothing happened, but I was still hella late. When you're late for class, the school like calls your home a few hours after you get dismissed. So I would just usually unplug the home phone and replug it back in after like a few hours. They'd call around like I want to say 5, and I'd just keep it unplugged until like 7. And then I'd plug it back in. And yeah, just like that, I was off the hook. Nothing happened, and me and my friends, we went to school the next day, just asking each other if anything happened to them when they got home. We were all okay. We were pretty glad nothing happened to us, obviously. And you know how we celebrated that nothing happened? We got together at lunch again, and we smoked some more. The end. Now, if you guys like that story time, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm probably going to do this a bit more. And other than that, it's just been your boy, the High Brown Kid, and I'm out. Peace.